All my girls will be stopping the traffic. City mar mar mamuke mafik. Kalina to Kalaba and a classic. Lo se kaduta Mumbai magic.
Shalmali, Subhi and Natania, all three of you have teamed up for the song Mumbai Magic, which is a very quirky and fun song. So now, how all of you came together for this song? Who approached whom?
So you know, me and Subhi write a lot together, and we were actually in a studio in LA, and we were with this producer DJ Lion, and he had played us a track, and it's a track that you hear on Mumbai Magic, and in the beginning, you know, it had traffic sounds which you hear, and immediately, like, obviously traffic just like takes you to Mumbai. You know, like, I don't think you can think of anything else. So, you know, I just said one line like, oh, we stop in traffic with the Mumbai Magic. And we were like, oh my God, we have to write a song. We have to write this song. And then we had all gone to London for a songwriting camp. And that was like, I think 2 months later. And we ended up writing the song there. And it was just a bunch of us Indians in a room in London, you know, and just that feeling of home, feeling of nostalgic, you know, everything about Bombay, everything about Mumbai. And then I was like, me and Subi were on it, and I was like, I feel like we need like just like three amazing women, you know, to be on a song together. Like to sing about Mumbai is so cool. And like the first person that came to mind was Shalmali. Um, so I messaged her and I said, if you like this song, you know, would you want to jump on? And immediately she did, and she added her flavor to it, and that's kind of how it came together.
Yeah, when Natania called me, and she's choosing the right words today. She's not putting it like she did last time. She told the same story. Please, will you sing this song?
I
That
did
is,
say though,
we don't.
I was like, will she want to? I don't know.
And- okay, so for me, this girl, Vishal, Natanya, I have known now for a little over a year, and I have the utmost respect and regard for her songwriting prowess. She's an absolute champ, and because of her, now I meet Subhi, who is also an incredible writer and a power-packed voice and a beautiful person. So I've just been very, very lucky to be able to jump onto this ship that is Mumbai Magic, and add my two bits to it with my voice. Although I've not been involved in the writing of the song, but all the amazing writing was already done so well by Natania Subhi and a bunch of others, like she very rightly mentioned in the London writing camp that they did. Then I pretty much just got into the studio and tried a bunch of lines and said, okay, I'd like to sing this if it's okay with everyone. And it was the most enjoyable collaborative process that I'd say I have been a part of to date.
It's really been such a beautiful journey to work on this song with Natania. Of course, Natania and I are frequent collaborators now, so we do a lot of stuff together. And to have met Shalmali when I went to Mumbai this time, I of course know of Shalmali. I mean, she's an amazing singer, and we all know about her. So I'm a fangirl of her work, anyways. But it was so lovely to meet her in person. She's super warm. It just felt like I'd known her for a long time, and I think this collaboration between the three of us, it is so beautiful. It's so inspiring when you work with women who you admire and adore, and I feel that way for both of them. And all of us coming together and talking about Mumbai, which has given us music, which is what we do. I mean, you know, what could be a better start for the three of us to do this together?
Yeah.
But then, which are the other songs which are about Bombay that sort of
So
inspired you by this? Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what inspire. Okay, fine. I'm not involved in the writing, but like the one song that's like Mumbai, although it doesn't say Mumbai in it, is खाने का पीने का हंसने का. What is that? Stavan
Bombay
बजने
Boys,
का.
खाने का, पीने
That's
का,
like
हंसने का, रोने
I
का.
am Mumbai.
Yeah.
I am Mumbai, right? Shit, it does say Mumbai in
That
it.
was
So
that
that's like,
film, Bombay Boys.
yeah, Bombay Boys. That was one Mumbai song, but it's been years since that song, and we needed something that's more current. I feel more of the times of now. I think Mumbai
Yeah.
Magic is hitting that sweet spot.
Natanya?
Yeah. I think I mean, I think for me, I wasn't even thinking of any other songs. I mean, for me, like when I listen to any Bollywood songs or any Hindi songs, it just takes me home. But like when I was writing it, it was honestly more just because I grew up there. Like it like shaped me, like it just shaped me into who I am. So all the lyrics were just actually all the things like I missed and I love about it. Like the first line in the song, it's like racing in the rickshaw with Parisha and Diksha. Like Parisha is like my childhood best friend from the second standard in Mumbai. So like it
What's,
really just
what's the Bandra thing about you? Because the song is set in Bandra.
I mean, I mean, I love exploring Bandra, but I think Shalmali is more of a Bandra girl than me. I'm a
No,
Colaba
I'm
girl.
not. I'm not. She's like, in fact, the rickshaws don't reach where she lives. So I don't know. Maybe she's very fascinated. She wishes, she hopes one day the rickshaw will come to
In
Colaba.
the town. Yeah.
Every time I go to Bandra, I sit in a rickshaw. I'll get out of a taxi or Uber and I'll go into the rickshaw because
Just
of how
stop
much I love
right at the Mahim Bay and say, no, let the
Exactly.
rickshaw come.
Yeah.
But then how Subhi came in picture if this is a song about Mumbai?
So
Subhi?
I was actually writing about Mumbai as an outsider. So I haven't lived in Mumbai, but the first time I went to Mumbai was purely to write for Bollywood. And Mumbai for me, the story for me for Mumbai is you go there because you have dreams and you have aspirations in the entertainment world, and you hope that the city gives you what you want from it. So when I was writing about Mumbai, Natania is writing as a full-on girl born and brought up in Mumbai, all the experiences, what she feels, her friends, and everything. I'm writing purely from a outsider perspective. Seeing all the film stars' homes and everything. Like there's this line which says, it talks about a Banjara, and it's like share in galiyon se nikalte tare sun. So for me, that's Mumbai. It's the place where stars are born, and I think that's what's so cool, that this song actually caters to everyone who either has visited Mumbai, doesn't live in Mumbai, is an outsider trying to make it to Mumbai, or someone who's born and brought up in Mumbai. So it covers, I feel, all aspects of what Mumbai could mean to you.
Shalmali, you of course broke out with such songs like Pareshan and everyone's favorite, Balam Pichkari, and then Lat Lag Gai, to name a few. And then we don't see you doing many film songs. What attracted you then to independent music or non-film
I
music?
have always, I have always wanted to do independent music. So even before I sang my first Bollywood song, my aspiration was always to write my own music. But life took me in the direction of films, and one thing led to another, and I started singing a lot of film songs. And I still do sing a lot of film songs. I just don't talk about it, you know, like you won't see my social media flooding with मैंने आज वो ये गाना गाया परसों वो गाया ये रिलीज होने वाला है I just don't do that because I feel like that's a ship that's running on its own, and what I know, if I have to steer my life in a particular direction, this is the direction I want to take it in. And I want to talk about writing music, being part of the music from scratch, as you can do when you're doing an independent song. And so now, after writing 2 albums, which I released during the lockdown, 2 full-fledged albums in English, I've done a bunch of English and Hindi singles in the independent space. I'm slowly realizing that this is what makes me tick. This is what makes me happy. And this is what I want to keep doing, regardless of how much it gives me back in return. Because if you see the numbers between an independent song and a film song, they're sometimes abysmal. They're sometimes really, you get dejected. Sometimes it's like, why am I even doing this when I have like this really steady career happening with film songs? But it can't always be about that.
But then, Natania, how the success of your song from the show, 4 More Shots, transformed into more recognition, and has it brought more work to you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean that was actually one of the first series that I worked on, which that was another thing that was like just all about women. It was a full female lead cast. The behind the scenes was all female, which was, so fun to work on. And that project like really, really fulfilled me because I got to work on it with Mikey McCleary. And I ended up writing so much for that. So I was so deep into that of watching the episodes, relating to the characters and being able to write for that. And then as soon as I got back to LA, it, transferred over here. And because of that, I got into rooms here and I got projects here. And, with any project, I think the moment a project comes out, if someone hears it or if someone is like, oh, I want to do something like this, so I think you can work on something like this, it always translates, right, to more work, you would hope. But yeah, I mean, that series was amazing.
And I definitely think it's a word of mouth thing, because I was told about Natania by Mikey again. I also work very closely with Mikey, and he said, if you're going to LA, you must meet Natania. A couple of other people told me about Natania. I said, okay, if there are 3 people who are telling me I have to meet this Natania, then I must meet this Natania. So I'm sure apart from getting a lot of work, word of mouth does the biggest job.
Sure.
There is
Yeah.
no publicity like word of mouth.
So, like you said, so then the 2 writers here, then are the thoughts different when you are looking at the visuals than to writing, say, a single?
I think, like, for me, obviously, I think for a single, it just becomes like 50% more personal to what I'm writing about. Like, I don't really have any boundaries or limits with my emotions and my feelings and what I want to say, because I'm gonna be writing it. Like, it's for me. So I think I can kind of just write however I'm feeling, whatever I want. It doesn't have to fit into any box. Versus with writing for something, I still feel like it's still me, and I'm still, like, even for a former short song, like, say, like a song like 16 that we wrote. That song is all about falling in love for the first time, and you take me back to, like, being 16 and being in love. Like, it was still my experience when I was 16, and I was writing from experience, but I had to make it about a particular scene or character. So it has some limitations, but I think you can still make it like really authentic to you.
I think as songwriters, when we are writing, we always have a little bit of us in everything we write, because a lot of the writing comes from personal experiences. Of course, there's a brief that's been given to you and you're writing on that brief. But if you have to, I feel when you pour your heart into something, a bit of your heart is also part of it. So I agree with Natania on that.
Shalmali, I will definitely urge you and request you to sing Balam Pichkari towards the end of the conversation. But, I know you're at a coffee shop, but I can't move without talking to you about. It's okay. They will also have a free concert today, courtesy CNN News 18. But I can't move ahead without talking to you about your collaborations with Pritam Da. The songs are like Balam Pichkari and Daru Desi. Do you remember that
Yeah.
song recording? And did you know that it's going to be a smash hit when you were singing?
No. I am the last person you should ask. I've realized this because many music directors have asked me now, "ये गाना चलेगा क्या?" And I'd be like, "ये गाना तो बहुत चलेगा," and then that song has not worked. So I'm the last person you should ask about गाना चलेगा कि नहीं, because I really have no aptitude for it. All I know is that when I have been in a studio and I've enjoyed singing a song, this Daru Desi was definitely one of those songs that I thoroughly enjoyed singing, because Arijit was dubbing me on that song. Arijit was an engineer then at Pritam's. And the लड़खड़ाने लगी मुस्कुराने लगी, he asked me to like crinkle my nose and मुस्कुराने लगी. He made me do that, and I was like, what a strange thing to ask from a vocalist to do. But the way a small gesture like that translates into your vocal take it's crazy. Like, it was eye-opening for me, and I realized that how the shape of your mouth is, what the expression on your face is directly proportional to what kind of sound your vocal cords and your cavity is creating. So definitely Daru Desi was one of those very, very memorable recording experiences and collaborations with Pritam Da, and so was Balam Pichkari. I very, very clearly remember there's like this little staircase space right outside the studio where everyone chats, smokes, and that's where like all the conversation, gossip, and stuff happens. And they were all laughing about the chorus that Amitabh had written.
Yeah.
Balam Pichkari jo tune mujhe kya likha hai, and all that. They were just laughing about it. I was like, shit, man, and I'm singing this song inside. I'd also come out just to like chill, see what's happening. And I was like, my God, am I like singing something that's like not nice? Why are they laughing so much? Because I was stupid. I think I was stupid back then. But good times around great people. I really, really feel like if you're around the right people who give you the right energy and who instill confidence in you at the right time, it can go a really long way, because there's a lot of negativity that you can attract. And if you let that get to you, it can really cripple you. And I definitely didn't have any of that when, I was recording these songs 10 to 11 years back now. Yeah.
All of you, we're talking about independent music today. Then how, according to you, is it easy or difficult for a good song to get its deserving place and love, where thousands of songs are dropped every day? How do you see a good song finding its place?
There is I feel like there's so much to do with the song having its moment, right? It's like you can, I think you can have the best song in the world, right? Like you can literally have the best song in the world, but like if there's certain factors that maybe it doesn't reach certain playlists, it doesn't get that marketing, it doesn't get the push, maybe five people are going to hear it. Versus, I also think you can have an okay song that gets all that stuff and it does really well, and it becomes a great record. Um, so I think, like, for me, I'm like, if I am very proud of the song when I make it and I love it, then that's when I want to put it out. And whoever can help me and whoever can push it and reach listeners, that's all I can ask for. But there's so many factors, so I feel like if there's no formula, right? There's no formula where I can be like, this is what's gonna make the song do really well. Each song is different. Maybe it's in a movie and it does really well. Maybe it picks up on an app like Instagram or TikTok and it does really well. So I think it's just trial and error and just trying everything you can and putting your heart into it, and hopefully the audience hears it.
Shalmali, do you have that formula? You have been delivering
Oh,
many chartbusters.
oh, that's not me delivering. No, that's the label delivering you, the chartbusters, and the music director who made the. I have just been the voice. Because when you're talking about my chartbusters, we are only talking about film music. So I had very little to do with it, honestly. But if you're speaking of independent music, I am beginning to firmly believe that unless you have a bit of that funding to push good music forward, people in suits who are able to recognize good music first, who are able to segregate the okay music with the intelligent music that can also work with a wider audience, and then provide some funding to that music to allow it to reach people, that's when good music will reach people. But without the funding, I'm not sure that good music is going to be able to reach a wider audience.
So then, like we are talking about independent music, Shalmali, there's so many music festivals are coming to India, and there's so many are which are already there in Northeast. Are there any music festivals there you like to perform at?
I've been waiting to perform at an independent music festival, but because my name has Bollywood written on my forehead, I think I don't get a place to play in independent festivals because I'm from Bollywood. And that's something that I've been so upset about for the last 3 years. I don't know too many independent musicians who've had the body of independent music that I have, that I'm sitting on today. But I haven't played a single independent festival. I'm so happy I'm saying this here right now. And I'm happy you asked, because I would give anything. I would leave all the money in the world behind at this point to play independent festivals. Thank you for asking, Vishal.
Well, on that note, I want to say thank you to everybody and best of luck for all your future projects. And Shalmali, for your fans, please give us few lines of Balam Pichkari. I mean, we can't wrap up without Shalmali giving us. Probably these guys can join. We all are fans.
I'm the biggest fan, so I'm very excited about this.
Oh my God, right. इतना मजा युवा है उन्हें हवा में भाग मिलाया तुमने नशा युवा है आंखों से मीठा तूने खिलाया. All my girls will be stopping the traffic. CD mar mamu ke mafe. Kalina Dukolavan in a classic. Lo sicado tujhe Mumbai Magic. Go listen to Mumbai Magic.